The language of sex addiction tends to lead us to our behavior, but what I've learned through all of my experiences and chatting and my own issues and dealing with my own stuff is that sex really isn't the issue. There's something underneath and deeper beneath that we've got to get to if we want to really find freedom that we desire to have. Now, don't get me wrong. Your porn addiction or lust, masturbation, whatever it is certainly an issue that needs to be addressed. But if we want to seek and find the true freedom that we long for, we've got to get beneath the problem of our behavior and get down deeper into what's really rooted there. The porn addiction that you have really is fruit on a tree. And if you were going to try to kill a fruit tree, you certainly wouldn't just pick its fruit. Because you could pick the fruit off the tree and then tomorrow another fruit grows and you pick that one and another and another and another. And we find ourselves just picking off the fruit of the tree. And if we really want to kill the fruit tree, what do we need to do? We've got to get down to the root. We've got to kill it at the root. And so what I'm wanting for us to consider today is what it looks like to get beneath the behavior and down deep into our hearts, where our heart's root is truly what's giving us the problem. Jesus points us to this very reality when he speaks of good and bad trees in Luke chapter 6. He says that you'll know a good tree by its fruit. And he concludes with this piece of wisdom in Luke 6. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. There it is, the root. The root of our behavior is in our hearts. So porn, our fruit, is driven by our heart, which is our root. So if you want to deal with your sex and porn addiction, we have to do more than strategize for our behaviors, but we've got to dig deeper into the deep recesses of who we are in our being, the drives in our heart that lead us to our actions. That will be the key to lasting change. So let's discuss our first point, porn as fruit. Porn is nothing more than roots planted poorly in our lives. I love what David says in Psalm 139 when he points us to get beneath our behavior and into our thoughts and subsequently into our hearts. Listen to what he says in Psalm 139. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxious thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me. What David's doing here is David is giving us kind of a three-part idea in terms of who we are. And we oftentimes start on the outside and stay there. Whenever he says, try me and see if there be any grievous way in me, I'm certain that you are clearly aware that your porn or sex or lust addiction is something in your actions on the outside that you want to get rid of, or you wouldn't be here today. But David is saying that's not all that I am. Underneath that is my thoughts. What is my thought life doing? Who am I in here? What am I thinking about? How is my mind contributing to my actions? But David goes just a little deeper. And he says, the deepest part of who I am, search me, O God, and know my heart. There we are, the heart, porn as fruit of the root, which is our heart that David points us to in Psalm 139. This then is the heart of man. Our hearts are the driving center of our lives. It is the place in which all other things flow. We see this clearly in Proverbs 4:23, where we see that from the heart flow the springs of life. And subsequently, he says, we should guard it with all diligence. So again, Jesus says that good trees bear good fruit and bad trees bear bad fruit. He then says that out of the good treasure in a man's heart, he bears good fruit, or vice versa. So now combining what Jesus is saying in Luke 6 with what we're learning from the Psalms and the Proverbs about our hearts being the root or the center or the drive, we can now see that the metaphor that Jesus is giving us in Luke chapter 6 is expanded to good fruit is coming from a good root, or bad fruit is coming from a bad root. So having established that there's more to us than just our behaviors, we need to dig deeper. We need to get beneath the surface of our actions and find out what's underneath that's driving our porn, our lust, our sex addiction. Hello friend, Jimmy here, and before I let you go, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video today. If you found the information in today's video helpful, it is a part of a longer teaching that I did, and you can find the full-length video in the notes below in the description, so click the link there. And also, if you want to go deeper into overcoming your sexual addiction, I've written the 4 pillars of a porn-free life. It's a free checklist guide that I've written in service to you. I want to help. I want you to win. I want you to have victory over this addiction. So if you want that, you can also click below or visit sexaddictedchristian.com and grab your free 4 pillars guide and start your freedom journey today. I'm praying for you. God bless. I hope to see you again on a video real soon.